Have you ever been in a store or restaurant and you see a free sample sign? Automatically you think, it is free. I've got to take this shot or this opportunity to go get this free sample. Now, hopefully you get the free sample. Sometimes they're all gone. And that's when you think, I cannot believe I just missed that free shot. Well, that is exactly what a free throw is in basketball. Sometimes you make the shot, sometimes you miss the shot. Hopefully after today, you will be making more shots than you miss, because I'm going to be showing you how to shoot a free throw. Now, my life is surrounded by basketball. I have played all throughout my school years. I basically grew up in a basketball family. My dad is a coach, my mom is a coach, my sister is a coach, and my brother is a coach. So when I say I'm surrounded by it, I am really surrounded by it. And we can all agree that free throws do win games. So before I tell you guys how to shoot a free throw, let's think why. Why are we even shooting this free throw? Well, a free throw is shot when a player attempts to shoot and they are fouled. That's when the ref will blow their whistle, hopefully on a good day, and you will be sent to the line. Now, once you are at the line, this is when you need to find the center mark on the free throw line. Now, in most gyms, it is just a small nail. It could also be just a marking with a Sharpie or something, but it should be very simple to find. So, according to USAB.com, the first step in shooting a free throw is to line the foot that corresponds with your shooting hand on the mark. Now, your shooting hand is more than always your dominant hand. So my dominant hand is my right hand. So that means that my right foot needs to be on the center mark. Now, my left foot needs to be parallel to my right foot, except placed a few inches back. So I've prepared an example. As you can see, his right foot, which means it must be his dominant foot, is placed above his left foot, but they are still parallel to each other. Feet are placed parallel to one another, left foot is placed a few inches back. Now, after having your feet placed correctly, you need to focus on your routine, which is the fun part. It should be very simple and just easy to repeat. According to BreakthroughBasketball.com, which is a huge website, very popular website that a lot of athletes look at, free throw routines help you adjust to the situation. They give you a certain measure of comfort that will help you meet the demands of a free throw. So basically, what this means is when you go up to shoot a free throw, there's so much pressure on you, but a routine brings you comfort and it helps you relax because it's something that you do every time you can fall back on. Helps you relax and make the shot under the pressure. Now, everyone has a different routine. Some people have really simple routines. They dribble it once, spin the ball, shoot. Other people have more elaborate routines. They dribble it 4 times and then they go behind their back and between their legs. Now, that's kind of crazy, but some people do that, and if it works, it works. However, I advise to keep a very simple routine because the more simple it is, the more easier it is to remember. You also only have 10 seconds to shoot a free throw. So it's better to not keep it so elaborate so you don't run out of time. And while doing your routine, it's very important to keep your feet still. If you move your feet during your routine, you're going to lose the center mark, which goes back to our first step. And if you lose the center mark, that could affect your entire shot. So it's very important to keep your feet still during the whole routine. Here we have a routine. This guy, he just dribbles it once, sets up with the ball, and shoots it. Very simple and just easy to remember. Now, after having your routine, once your routine is done, the next step is placing your hands on the basketball. Now, the placement of your hands on the basketball can majorly affect where the ball goes. You should place the fingertip of your middle finger on your dominant hand. So just to refer, I am right-handed again, and so I'm going to place the middle finger on my right hand, the fingertip, on a seam on the basketball. Now while I do that, my other fingers will be spread apart. Now I'm going to take my left hand, my non-dominant hand, and I'm going to put it on the side of the basketball with my fingertips facing the ceiling. So it should look like this. Now, it's very important to remember to have your fingers spread out. It's also important to remember for your thumb to not flick the ball when you shoot it. This happens to some players, it's called thumbing the ball. So it's important to not have your thumb flick the ball. Sorry, that's hard to say. Just keep it straight and everything should go smoothly. Now, your elbow position is also very important. According to USS Sports, camps.com, your elbow should be straight and kept directly underneath the basketball. So this means while you shoot it, so your hands are correctly placed, your elbow should not be leaning out, or they shouldn't be going all these different directions. They should just be straight under the basketball. So you should just go straight up to the shot and you should be centered with the goal. If you move out or something like that, the ball could go to the right or the left, the spin could be off, there's so much that could go wrong. So that's why it's just so important to have your elbows placed correctly. So here's an example of where you should have your hands. As you can see, the middle finger is on the seam with the other fingers spread out. The other hand is just on the ball, fingers spread out. As they shoot it, their thumb should be off. So that's just an example of the correct placements of your hand. So we've talked about where to place your feet, how to have a good and simple routine, and how important it is to have a good placement on your hands. So to finish off your free throw, it's important to simply just bend your knees, focus on the back of the rim, and shoot. But most importantly, be confident. Have confidence in your shot and just believe that it's going to go in. So hopefully with my advice, you've now learned how to shoot a free throw. Just remember that shooting free throw is all about having the same shot and same routine every time. If you have that down, you're good to go. So by having your feet aligned correctly, having an easy to remember routine, and making sure your hands have a good placement on the basketball, you're ready to shoot, and not only shoot, but make a free throw. So with all of that being said, maybe shooting free throws is now in your future. And if it's not, surely a few free samples are.